One easy way of performing an eye splice is to roll the 3 strands over your thumb. This allows you to actually see the 3 holes in which the 3 strands must go through. You can see it gets pulled over the thumb. And now we need to identify the 3 holes. We have 3 strands. If they're laid over the top of the splice, kind of in a pyramid, 1 strand to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 right over the top, that's going to help set up the splice. Using a pen, we can identify the 3 holes where the strands must go. The first hole is right here. That's 1. And the direction of the strands has to be the same, in this case counterclockwise. Across, there's the second hole. And then on this side, we go straight down. That's the 3rd hole. Now all we have to do is weave the strands into those 3 holes. Again, placing the 3 strands kind of in a pyramid. It helps keep everything separated out. This first strand is going to go up. Right there. And you can pull it part way through. Not all the way, I always leave a little bit of slack. The strand on top is going to go across. And again, don't pull it all the way tight, just leave a little bit of slack. And now our 3rd strand should go straight down. Now all 3 strands have been started, and now we can pull the slack out a little bit each time. It's good to twist the strands just a touch as you're pulling them through as well. Now I can tell that the splice has been started correctly if I twist the slack out of each strand, make sure that I have a nice start, roll it in my hands, and then take a look. What I should see is on one side, I've got a strand that kind of lays over the top right here. If I flip the splice over, I'll have 2 strands laying side by side right here. That's a good first visual indication that the splice was started correctly. Now it's a matter of just doing the over-unders. You can start with any strand, and it's as simple as taking the strand and going over the strand closest to it, which is right there, and under the next strand, right there, right in the direction of the pen. As you pull the strand, give it a little bit of a twist so the strands aren't unlying or unraveling. Rotate 1/3, and we're going to repeat the process. Again, we're going to go over the strand that it's touching and under the next strand right there. Little twist. So it lays nice. And this third one can be a little bit tricky. You have to really make sure that you're going over and under the rope and not the strands that you've been splicing. So under that guy right there. Roll it between your hands again. And we've got our first over-under. Basically 2 tucks. We have to have a minimum of 4. And we should have 4 over-unders. 1. To finish the splice nicely, we can taper it. Tapering is actually quite easy. It's just a matter of cutting out a portion of or half the strands at a time. You can cut out 1 strand at a time and do a over-under tuck, or you can do 2 strands at a time or more. In this case, just for illustration purposes, we're going to cut out half. Just using some sharp cutters. Cut them right at the base of the splice. And then just cut them out of the way at the top, near the tape, at the end of the strand. Now half the filaments are gone. Over this strand and under this strand. Now we're being pretty aggressive in the taper. We're taking half the filaments out and then doing an over-under, and then we're going to be cutting it flush. However, if you want the taper to be very nice, you can just take a couple strands out, do an over-under or 2, and continue to taper it over a longer distance. And again, over this strand and under this strand. Now it's a matter of just trimming them up. Rotate 1/3, cut again, and the last. Is cut free. And we have a nice tapered eye splice. 4 over-unders, 2 tapered tucks.